on what we're going to talk about today, which is just more bitching and ranting. That's all I do. I made a video about this being the worst machine in the gym. You guys can take a look at this fucking piece of shit and its fucking uselessness. So when I posted the video, a shit ton of people made the comment, they're like, oh, well, Dorian Yates used it and look at his back. And it's like, yeah, guys, Dorian Yates did use it. So do a lot of other people. And it's like, wasn't the only thing you used, like we said before. And their argument to that back was, well, it takes your bicep out of the back movement. It's the only movement you can do for your lats. It takes your bicep out of it. First of all, why the fuck would I want to take my bicep out of a movement that has to do with back? Understanding that any pull I do, so anything is, obviously I'm driving down with my elbow here, pulling this over. I don't want to pull with my hand. Everyone knows that. They're not fucking retarded. But we have to reiterate it for people because apparently they are fucking retarded. But so any other pull we do, so say I don't do this, say I do this pull here. I definitely don't do that much weight. Holy fuck, who the fuck is on this? So if I set, oh shit. If I set this here and I go to pull here and I'm swinging and I rock back through, at no point when I did that did I feel an immense pressure on my bicep, right? So obviously when you guys are looking for exercises that are isolating your lats and thinking that not using your bicep is gonna help you isolate your lat better, you really have no idea how to pull to begin with or feel your lat. And there's really no need to isolate your lat because you don't have one to speak of. So that's a completely dead point. So if I'm gonna hold on to this, I'm gonna do any back exercise that's meaningful, requires me to hold on to something and pull it towards me, pull it down, whatever the angle is, drive it up into me, whatever it is, a barbell row, a pull down, this guy's doing a row machine, I'm doing a row machine. The key thing is I have to grab it. But just because I grab it, doesn't mean I have to flex my biceps. So, and it doesn't mean if my bicep does stabilize or work that my back isn't working. Like, I don't know how much how much simpler I can put that for you guys. Like it's literally shoulder retraction and chest lift. So I can grab onto this and I can hold it with 2 fingers. It's 60 pounds, right? I'm not stressing my arm, my biceps not fucking, do you know what I mean? So I can pull this thing because I understand how to drive my body up and slide my elbows back, draw back my shoulders and rock through. So when I stand up from this, I'm not like, oh my God, my biceps are so pumped. Think, what could I do to not have that happen? Oh, let's do a pullover. Like guys, it's fucking absolutely madness for you guys to fucking point that out. Like you heard Dorian say it in the video. It's like it really isolates my lats, takes the bicep out of it, which is great. And Dorian's one of my favorite bodybuilders of all time. I don't mean to talk shit about him if he sees this, which I doubt he will. Who gives a fuck anyway if he does? I think he's one of the best ever. But one thing Dorian didn't have was great biceps. So he probably could have used doing more exercises that involved his biceps on his lats, because his lats were fucking huge and his biceps weren't that great. His arms weren't that great to begin with. So it's like there's a payoff and like a trade-off in development, right? So you want to do something that's going to overdevelop your lats and not stress your biceps, but then you're going to do something that has no stimulation for the arm. So it's not going to develop the arm either because you're not that strong at pulling. He was the other hand, I don't think he just had great development of his arms. He could row 4 plates, no problem. He could do all kinds of other shit. But like you kids and like younger people, because that's who's pointing it out, like saying that this machine of the pullover is isolating my lats without stressing my biceps. Who gives a fuck? It doesn't matter, man. And to say that you're pre-exhausting your lats here before you move on to other movements, you can't pre-exhaust something you don't have. It's impossible. Like, if you don't have lats to pre-exhaust, there's no lat to pre-exhaust. You're not moving on to like, I don't want to feel my lat less when I move on through the rest of my back workout. I want to feel it more. So if anything, I'd want to engage here. I'd want to engage here. I'd want to engage. I don't want to exhaust myself before the end of the workout. Do you understand how stupid that is? That's like blowing your load when you're hooking up with a girl 10 seconds in and she's still ready to go for an hour. Like, why would you want to do that, right? I want to pre-exhaust my dick. I want to make it exhausted before I actually have sex. Do you know what I mean? Like, what are you talking about? It's the same analogy, right? It's this stupid view of thinking, and it's just like, you guys are, I don't even know who's saying this. Like, obviously don't fucking click on the people and watch them online, but like, The certain people that make the dumbest comments, I definitely click on your pictures. And you guys are in no position to be giving out advice on how to build muscle, nor are you in a position to give advice on pretty much anything life-wise, because most of you look like you're living in a basement with 4 cats and fucking work at Arby's or some shit. Like, you're on the brink of a fucking like sexual assault charge, who knows? Do you know what I mean? Like, it's like things aren't going well, bro. So don't worry about what Dorian's saying about lats. Go to the gym and work hard. Another caveat to that fucking whole argument is you guys that cherry pick exercises, say you cherry picked, I don't know, it could be Antoine, let's say he does this for legs. So-and-so, Big Rami does this for his hamstrings. So-and-so does this for their triceps. Dorian does this for his lats. You're cherry picking exercises thinking that the exercises that you're learning or doing are going to make the difference in your physique, but you're failing to realize, which is the main thing everyone that watches Blood and Guts and Dorian Yates is failing to realize, you don't fucking work out as hard as Dorian. That's the number one thing. He can do whatever movement he wants in that video, and he exercises. He works out harder than you, he works out more intense than you, and he pushes himself harder than you ever could. Because all of you guys are so obsessed with how the exercise is being done, there's no intensity to your workouts at all. That's why, like, there's no, like, he's screaming through sets, his buddy's helping him through sets. The video is like not even an hour long, I don't think, like that, and they bash through a fucking entire workout. You guys are in here for 2 or 3 hours thinking about how you pull, like you're fucking sitting here and like, you're doing one arm here and you're like you feel your lat like that, man? Yeah, man, let's talk about it for 5 minutes after. It's like, there's no intensity. And that's the thing that's missing in all of your training. Anyone watching this, aside from like select pros who might follow me, I'm not talking to you guys. Trust me, I'm not. I'm talking to the fucking absolute knobs that fucking think that they're somebody and they're not. You guys don't train hard. So any advice you're getting from a pro, understand that first, that foremost in your mind. I don't train as hard as this guy, I'm not as gifted as this guy, and I'm not as fucking driven as him. Will his stuff still help me? Maybe. But will I look like him? No. Like, let's just be honest about it. Like, you're just fucking spinning your wheels. Like, you can do a pullover great and fill your lats. You're 180 pounds, no one gives a fuck. No one cares. And you're like a natural bodybuilder. Whoop-de-fucking-do. You do a great lat pullover. Like, it doesn't matter, bro. Do you train hard? Do you lift heavy weights? Do you fucking push yourself? Are you here no matter what happens? Are you fucking giving it everything you got in every workout? Are you eating all your meals? Are you never missing this, never missing that? No, none of you are doing that. You're just like commentating shit online. Half the guys that I click on in their profile picture, most of the pictures are of their dogs, which is fucking cool, but it's like, or it's like a fucking canoe, or like a fucking forest picture, or like some picture of his like old beat up truck. It's like, where are you guys coming off as like being experts about fucking bodybuilding? You don't even have a physique to speak of. You don't even look like you participate in the fucking activity of lifting weights. But you're like, yeah, man, so-and-so said this. It's like, wow, man, you're great at regurgitating facts. You should be like a bodybuilding analyst. Like, you never played the sport, but you know all about it, right? Like, Jesus Christ. Like, if there was a TSN for bodybuilding, we'd have an anchor for ourselves, right? Do not think that cherry picking exercises or certain exercises you see done because a guy has a really developed body part and he does it, that's going to translate to you. It's not. It might, but odds are it's not. Like, if I was a betting man, I'd put a lot of money on it's not going to transfer to you. So find the shit that works for you. Don't find the shit that works for other people that you hope works for you, and go with the stuff that works for you. Like, everyone knows, the majority of people who jump on this machine, one, they have no idea how to use it. I know how to use it, and I still don't fucking use it. You don't even know how to use the machine, so don't think that something's gonna come from it, because you don't even know how to use it. And then once you learn how to use it, you'll be like, oh, there's a lot better shit. Like, there's literally, this machine's better than that machine by light years in terms of like development and quality. And this is like probably the oldest, ricketiest pull in the gym. Do you know what I mean? You can grab a dumbbell and get a better contraction than that. Yeah, this is for your back. Well, people think this is for your lats because it's a pullover and I drive down my elbow and swing my lat, my shoulder rocks up, takes my lat, swings down. But it's literally a more beneficial machine if I allow my rib cage and sternum and elevate through my intercostals and drive down. So it's literally creating more stretch and opening and expansion through here than it really is about lats. I'm not trying to swing, unless I can get my shoulder to stay in this fixed position where I'm literally here and I tuck my shoulders down and back so I can retract my shoulders shoulders and then roll them out and retract here. But most guys, when they pull, they don't pull their shoulder down and back like this. They go like this. They're just literally pulling it down into them and nothing's happening, right? And you'll realize like there's not much shoulder dexterity there because I can't like, even if the weight's heavy here, I can only drive my shoulder back so far before it gets stuck and then it wants to go back up, right? But if I'm doing it, I'm pulling forward, I literally have nothing. I'm just pulling it into me and going, and that's what I mean. Like, so you're cherry picking watching an exercise, but you don't know how to fucking do it. And your interpretation visually of what that person's doing is like, I think I got it. And then you come to the gym and you're like, I don't have it. It's fucking way off. That's not even fucking close to what he was doing. Like, I think people should underestimate their understanding and their interpretation of like how they visually interpret things, because like a lot of people that I see like even doing my shit, not good, man. It's fucking left field. Like I'm on first, you're on fucking third base. Like we ain't even in the fucking same game, right? But it just like be patient with yourself and understand that like movement will come over time. Pick out aspects of movement. Pick out the starting part of the motion or like one cue that the person gives you. Work on the one cue, then maybe move to the next cue that they give you. So it's like you're not trying to do everything at once and like confusing yourself.